Hey, the real estate stats for Orlando just came out and the market is changing. And there is a slight window of opportunity for buyers, but let me tell you, most people are going to miss it. So listen up. So what's changing in the market? Well, let's start with inventory. Inventory is staying steady. This is unusual. We're getting into the spring market. This is when a lot of people put their houses on the market. Now, here's the thing, that's not happening. There's about 11% less homes hitting the market compared to last year. So that's keeping inventory a little bit low. Now, what's causing that? Now, I would say two things. Number one, we still have the lock-in effect. These are people that have interest rates that are 3%, and they just can't fathom selling their house and going to something that's around 6%. The other thing is there's a lot of uncertainty. With everything that's going on in Iran, when there's uncertainty, I find that a lot of people like to hold back on the big purchases like a car or especially a house. So if we look at the closings compared to February, they're actually up 25%. That is pretty good. So there's definitely some seasonal demand that's baked into that. However, remember, it takes 30 days to close. So in February, we had rates for about 3 weeks right below 6%. So that was driving a lot of traffic. So what about future business? Well, compared to February, new contracts are up about 13%. However, if you compare it to last year, they're down about 5%. I will tell you, before the war, I was expecting a huge year on buyers re-entering the market. Because remember, it's been about 2 to 3 years since the rates got jacked up so high. And typically after 24 months, people are thinking this is the new normal. For a short period of time in February, the rates were right below 6% the first time in 3 to 4 years. So we're starting to see that buildup in demand. However, when the war started, rates shot up to about 6.4. They're down to about 6.2, 6.3 right now. So that is affecting affordability. But as we see by the increase in new contracts, it's not affecting it as bad as I thought it was going to. Now, how is this affecting pricing? Well, compared to February, pricing went up 3%. Now that's expected because closings went up 25%. So whenever there's less inventory and there's more demand, we're automatically going to see that. The month before, it was down 3%. So we're starting to see it go up and down. So it's really stable pricing compared to last year is what we're seeing right now. However, typically, the average home price increases 4% per year. So compared to the average, we're off track. So if you're a buyer in today's market, this is the part you don't want to miss. Right now, there are lots of homes to look at. Inventory is where it's at. And the demand isn't too bad. However, what's coming is the seasonal demand of the spring and summer selling season. There's more buyers in the marketplace. And with inventory, it might start going back down. And if that happens, it's going to start getting more competitive. And you're not going to have as much leverage as you have right now with sellers to get the pricing that you need or to even have you buy down your interest rate. So if you're thinking about buying a house right now, this would be the time to do it. And especially if you're thinking about selling, summer always gives you better pricing than it does any time of the year. So if you're wanting to win in this type of market or any type of market, give us a call. We've been doing this for 20 years. We've seen the ups and the downs, and we know how to win for you. Hope that you are now real estate smart. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know your thoughts. What are you seeing in the market?